Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Federico Talks Watches. This week I had so many questions from last week's Q&A, I had to do another one, and it's a mixture of questions from this week and questions from last week. Things such as, what is the biggest sleeper high horology brand, not counting Moser and GP, because everybody knows that's what I'm going to say? Do discontinued watches always go up in value? And will this particular Rolex shoot up in value as well? All that and more in today's episode. Now, of course, before we get started, customary wristwatch check. Today I'm still wearing my H. Moser Green Pioneer. I did buy a second watch when I sold the Hulk. That hasn't come in yet. So guys, when that comes in, of course, I'll reveal it. But until then, it's still the Pioneer. And also, don't forget to check out DelrayWatch.com. We just got in an Audemars Piguet Royal Oak white dial. And what makes this one special is it just came back from AP service and refinishing. So essentially, it's a pre-owned watch, but it's been entirely refinished and serviced by AP and never worn. So basically, it looks brand new. So you're getting almost a brand new AP for the price of a pre-owned AP. Go check it out. We got in the very rare Tudor Black Bay 58 bronze, unworn of course, and a beautiful Breitling Super Ocean Heritage 44 millimeters in the two-tone livery. All that and more on DelrayWatch.com, the only place a watch geek should ever consider buying a pre-owned watch. Anyway, guys, these are the questions you asked me on my Instagram account. That's at Federico Talks Watches. If you see me looking down, I'm not being rude. I am just reading them out. The first question is from Martin Centerman. What is the biggest sleeper high horology brand currently in your opinion, besides Moser and GP? Well, I was going to say Moser and GP because I love them, but it has to be, without a doubt, Beauvais. A brand that currently is entirely in-house, has the Fleurier seal, makes some crazy high complication and crazy low production numbers, and is getting absolutely no love, which means deep, deep discounts. Guys, check out Beauvais if you want a heavy-hitting, high horology, independent brand. At least for now. They're not going to be a secret forever. Next, Fran Esposto said, "Hey Fed, you're crushing the YouTube game recently. Thank you, brother. What do you think is the best in-house movement for under 5K? Fran, this is a loaded question because there's a lot of good ones, especially pre-owned. Pre-owned, you can get a lot of El Primeros under 5K, which is a hell of a chronograph movement. You can get a lot of in-house coaxial Omegas for under 5K. You can get Breitling's B01 pre-owned for under 5K. You have a ton of choices. If you want to go old-fashioned, my heart lies with the El Primero." Crone89. "Hey Fed, great channel. Thanks, brother. With the spike of Rolex models, will Rolex Milgauss line also go up or be discontinued? It doesn't seem to fit into Rolex's mainstream watches." Well, Cron, Rolex's Milgauss is already pretty much discontinued. No one has stock. The black and the white dial are already discontinued, and the Milgauss has seen one of the sharpest increases of any Rolex models over the past 12 months. White dials that I used to sell for $5,200 now selling well above $8,000 or $9,000, and it's the only model of Rolex where they didn't take themselves too seriously. They've made videos where I love the Milgauss. I know I'm considered a Rolex hater, but the Milgauss is a cool damn Rolex. So yes, I think it's got nowhere to go but up, and I already consider it pretty much discontinued, even though officially it isn't. I'm not sure if officially it is or it isn't, but in my mind, it's already discontinued. Lobster Bags, a good friend of the channel. "Hey Fed, it's been quite a long time, but after some radical robotic surgery, I'm now prostate cancer survivor, and I'm looking for a new piece to celebrate." Lobster, man, I heard about this recently, actually. Good for you, brother. Good for you. I know you've been watching for a long time. We've chatted more than a handful of times, and it's I'm just very grateful to hear you're doing better. Do me a favor. We're connected on Facebook. Send me a message there. Happy to help you with anything watch related. If anybody deserves a celebration watch, it's you, brother. Duke JJZ. aside from the normal hype watches, but aside from the normal hype watches, do you think a discontinued watch helps or hurts resale value? Thinking of picking up a Calibre de Cartier. I can tell you 90% of the time, discontinued watches, being discontinued doesn't matter. 90% of the time, it does absolutely nothing. The other 10% of the time, it goes up. I've never seen a watch get discontinued and it go down in price. Discontinued means supply is automatically smaller. But 90% of watches, doesn't matter if the supply is smaller because they made more than enough watches to meet the demand. So I'd say 90% of the time it doesn't matter, 10% of the time they go up. As far as I know, 0 or close to 0% of the time they go down when discontinued. Easy Jim. Hey Fed, how easy is it to work with John P? He seems like a great guy. Well, Jim, he is a great guy. He's been my partner for, as long as Delray Watch has existed. And actually, we used to work together before then. He's great to work with. We're very, very different. I'm modern watch and sales. I do mainly sales. I work mainly with modern watches. I'm very shoot from the hip kind of guy, whereas John P is very analytical, more of a vintage watch lover, probably more of a sounder business mind than I am, but I'm more sales driven than he is. He's a fantastic partner here at Delray Watch, and while we work together a lot, we don't necessarily work together every day because he's working on his projects, I'm working on my projects, both within Delray Watch. But yeah, no, he's great partner, very thankful to have him on board. Maddie's 146. Your watch business insights are really appreciated. What is the average purchase price for Delray Watch customers? Well, Maddie, thank you. I'm glad you appreciate it. It started, I think the first year was $2,800. After a couple of years, the average price was $3,500. Last year, it was $4,500, and this year the average price is just a touch under $5,000. So our average price is growing every year, and the number of units slowly is growing every year. So overall business is growing. But I think for bigger companies, the average price point is around $7,000 to $8,000, probably closer to the $8,000 mark. We're currently hovering at about $5,000 average sale. Dipet Kanas, excuse me if I butchered that. How should one go about authenticating a piece after purchasing from a gray market dealer? How do dealers authenticate watches? Well, my friend, I would say you should not really worry too much about gray market dealers. You should worry more about buying pre-owned watches from non-dealers. You have to remember, selling a fake watch is a felony. And dealers are reputation is everything. I'd never sell a fake watch to you because what is $5,000 to me when my business makes 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 million dollars a year? Who cares about the $6,000? I mean, obviously, be careful. Always be careful. I would open it up if you want to authenticate it, check the movement, call the brand with the serial number, see if it's been reported stolen. But apart from that, you have nothing to worry about. How do dealers authenticate it? Well, every watch that comes in, we record the serial number, we open it up, we have our watchmaker take a look at it, we put it on the time grapher, we check the database for stolen watches to see if it's stolen. We water pressure test it, we do all that, but mainly it's authenticated because I've been working with watches my entire life. My watchmaker Hans has been working with watches for multiple lifetimes, and everybody here is highly trained. It goes through a process. I'm sure every dealer has a process, but I've never seen a gray market dealer sell a fake watch on purpose. Have I seen a dealer go bad and sell a fake pre-owned watch? Or have I seen someone buy a pre-owned watch on the forum that's fake? Yeah, that is significantly more common. But generally, if you buy from a gray market or a pre-owned dealer with a great reputation, you have very little, if not anything, to worry about. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. Thanks so much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. Really does help. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any more content. And of course, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.